Hello everybody, welcome to my table. This is, I don't know, a few times that I've tried this because my camera wants to keep shutting me off. I used my other phone, which it said I maxed out my video time, but that was only like maybe 5 minutes, if that. Well, what I'm going to be doing is some inlays. I got a ladybug and I got a sunflower, and then I'm going to be fixing this, which is my snowflake. It took off the top part, so that's this here, so I'm going to mold this here to where I could do both of them and then glue this here to the top when it's all done and cured. Okay, hopefully this is still going. It looks like it is. So let's get busy. And how is your guys' day today? And thank you for stopping in. Let's hit the subscribe, the like, the share, and leave a comment if you wish to. I take criticisms. If I'm doing a terrible job, let me know what's terrible about it, and maybe I can fix it. I can tell you right now that my hands have some damage to it, to where it feels like it's asleep all the time due to a past fall that happened last year. So now I need to mix up some silicone rubber, and I'm guessing I'm going to do about 2 ounces. Got some glue string in there. Don't want that in there. Okay. And for that we have this G-Cart. It's a 15A, 1x1 by weight, which is important. And then we have our B, which is the black cap. It's done by weight, so if I'm going to do about 2 ounces, or I should just do 1 right now because there isn't that much to do. So we are going to weigh it at a 0.5 and a 0.5. So let me get out my scale, move these aside. I have this little marker of mine, which don't know if you can see it. I'll get it over here in the camera. I need a marker for what is centered, so I know where to put my hands, where to put my work that I'm doing. And then I can get my scale out. And when I say table, it's the best I can do for a table, because it's also in my bedroom. And it's one of those big yellow and black totes. I have 2 of them stacked up along with a piece of old countertop. And I have that on top of it, along with another board which I attached my heat mat to. So in case I need a heat mat, all I have to do is turn it on. Okay, let's get this in your view. Turn it on. Okay, it says 0, so I want to start with A. And open this up. It's going to be off camera when I'm opening. And I'm sorry for that, but with my hands, it's necessary to have things closer to me. Okay, so now we want to do a 0.5. Well, I think I will do 2. So we want a 1 0.0. And we got 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Slow it down. Add a little bit at a time. I think that might be good. Do one tiny, tiny, tiny drop. Okay, another tiny, tiny, tiny drop. Probably too much. Okay, there's my paper towels. Okay, we have 1.2. So close A back up. Put that back in the little box so I don't be grabbing that again. And open up B, which I'm sorry, it's off the camera again. Okay, try this out. So 1.02. Okay, I'm gonna have to, forgot to unplug my hot glue gun. I keep touching it. Let me unplug that. There we go. And I can set you aside. Okay, that's better. Okay. Now, do another 1.0 or 1.02. Six, 7, 8, 9. There. It's about perfect. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Close the B back up and throw that back in the box. I need to mix up more. It's right here by my side. Okay. Now we need 3 minutes on my timer, which is my other phone. I have a bunch of old phones that I use. And now, take this and shut that off and put this back. Grab my stick, set that back up there. Make sure I'm in view. Put it on my mark. And start my timer. Now I can start mixing. And we mix it for 3 minutes. I mix it for about a minute. Then I go and I scrape my sides and bottom because we don't want nothing unmixed. Because I hear, I haven't done it yet, but I hear if it's unmixed, it won't cure. And if I am wrong, somebody please correct me. I hope some people that I follow make it to my premiere. This will probably be the first video that I post if it comes out right. I've tried many different things, and finally somebody helped me find a free video editor for just something plain and simple, something that's supposed to be easy, but I keep wanting to do a lot more to it, which it wants to charge me for a membership. Okay, now I'm scraping the sides and my bottoms. And the bottom. And then scrape off my stick. anything that's unmixed comes off. And then we go back to stirring again. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this first is because I do not have any resin. And I'm waiting for that to come in, because then I can start pouring resin. To make some resin videos. So now you just get the silicone rubber chewer. Which is not bad. I scrape my sides again before it ends. Haven't been keeping a close eye on my stopwatch. And scrape it off the stick. Oops. Don't need you right up in the mix right now. So, oops, up there. Go for it's approaching 3, but I'm going to go for a few seconds longer since I had to kind of stop. I do have a handheld mixer, but sometimes I just like to stir it myself to make sure I get it mixed. Okay, now we can stop the clock. Reset it and go away. Put that aside. Okay, and we're ready to start pouring this. Okay. Let's get this one done first. Do not add alcohol to this because it'll mess up your silicone. If you want to get all those little bubbles out, which it is self-debubbleizing, but we can just pour slow and thin to where it can help pop the bubbles. Okay, now for that, I heard someone say to where you take your popsicle stick and you take it to the center highest point, and if it looks like 1/4 of an inch, then you're good, which I think we're good there. Scrape that little bit off. Okay, you can be set aside. And let's do the sunflower. That way we get this inlay done. I put this on a oh my gosh, my brain just went laminate sheet to help hold it in place. And I used some double-sided tape to stick the mold onto, and then I went around it twice with the hot glue gun. So hopefully we won't have no leaks. So now I want to hold it up high and do some pouring. It's got all those little tiny things to fill up. I want to do a thin layer. Okay, then I'm going to take my dotting tool and just kind of go in those little squares to help any kind of little bubbles to come out of there that wants to rest in there, so we have no bubbles in our mold. Okay, you keep dripping and I see you dripping, and I don't care for that, so go back in there. Okay. Okay, yes, I am concentrating again, that's why I'm quiet. So if you know anybody that likes to craft, and you can tell them about my channel and have them come and watch, and if they like it, they can subscribe. Even if you don't like it, you can subscribe. You just don't, I like to have them watched, but I'm not forcing anybody to. Okay, I think we're good on this one here. Get that little, I think that might be a bubble. Can work on getting that out. Okay, now we can set this one aside. I don't see any leaks, thank goodness. Put that aside. And let's do, or oops, it is leaking. Oh no, where is it leaking at? Well, let's set something heavy on there so we can help hold it down. And we can do all this stuff out. See if you fit. That's a little jar I made. Okay. Don't leak. You don't leak either. Trying to do a good video here and it's messing me up. But what is. Okay. Let's hold this down while we pour. Okay, put that back. Might have to mix up a little more. Okay, you can go back here a little bit. And you here a little bit. And it still wants to leak. Hopefully it won't empty out before it gets done. Okay, not too good of a thing here. Okay, what do I have that could be heavy? How about another little jar like that without the lid, because the lid got messed up. Okay, press you down. Okay, now let's see what leftover we have that we can add to this to hopefully seal up whatever leak's been leaking out of there. Okay, oops, I'm not quite in the camera. Scoot you up. Okay. I apologize if it's not doing good. But I just need a little bit in here to cover up the leaks. Backside I have taped. If I have to make it over again, I can do so. save that. Okay, press it in more. Okay, looks like you are not bubbling. Hopefully you are not leaking. I just want it sealed up. This and this is, are you safe? Or are you leaking? Oh, you're safe. Good deal. Get back on there. Press it down more. You press it down more. Okay, well that takes care of this. And we can see how long the pause is to where I can continue on. So hopefully I'll be back. If not, I have to figure out how to slice videos together. If anybody has any suggestions, please leave it in the comment. And I appreciate you joining me. And if you have not hit the subscribe, share, like, comment, please do so. Definitely could use a thumbs up if I'm doing a good job. Or an okay job. Okay. Bye for now. Okay, people. Hello and welcome back. Well, let's see how I did with the silicone rubber. Okay, we're going to start off with this here. We can just take this tape right off. And I'll say not too bad, but we haven't looked underneath yet. Okay. This part cleaned off. Okay. And we can take this off. Okay, probably a little cleaning up, but not too much. We'll wait until another time to pour it once I get my resin. Okay, next let's do this one here, which is the centerpiece of this here once that theirs is complete. Let's get rid of that tape. Okay, can go down here, down here. Voila. Okay, one thing I forgot to get is my little tool that I made, or not made, but to use for that. This little gadget here, which is a cuticle remover. Oops, get it in focus, Terry. I moved my mark, so I don't have that centered where I needed it to be. Okay, now what I want to do is go along here. Let's try going here. And just kind of cut out that circle. fingers can feel. The numbness is real. That is for sure. Okay. Let me get a little scissors. Yeah, this is going to be difficult for me. I think that's just going to dissolve and not be saved. Okay, we'll put that aside. Let's do these here so I'm not taking up your guys' time. And there's my center. This here can be tried to be pulled off of here. Like, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Lift and lift. There. We got it, by golly. Straighten out my mat. Okay, this here we can just kind of pull off. And that's where it leaked. Right in here. So I'll need to redo this over again. And toss that. Okay. And I think it leaked more than I needed it to. So we'll see about pulling it out and see what the inlay would look like. Yeah, it's not working out. I'm going to have to redo this one. Need to get this all pulled out and hot glue it around the leaking area again. Come on, pull out nicely. Yep, definitely have to reglue it. This definitely did not work out. That's a failure. Okay, put that aside. And put you aside. Get my mark back in the center where I need it, right there. Okay, see how you do. I completely ruined everything. If I did, I'm not using this video. And I hope I'm still recording, where it just continues onward. I think I got one ladybug done right. Cool. That's not too bad. No, I'm trying to get it to where you can see, and that's not working. Clear on white does not work. Okay. Well, there is a ladybug there. There. Now you can probably see it. Well, 1 out of 2. Okay, put that aside. That's a good one. Now, put that aside and get back to this here. Hopefully, where am I at on my timing? Which I need to stand up for this. We got 31 minutes. That's not bad. And cut out a circle here. At least I can get it out. Maybe chopped up, but hey, if I get a mold out of it, I'll be happy. That's what I was going for. Might have to use the tweezers or something to pull that out. Okay. And now, well, since you're still here with me, have you subscribed, liked, shared? Did you leave a comment for me to read later on? Because I would appreciate it if you did so. It would help me get started. Because that's what I'm trying to do, is just get started right now. Details I can work on later as I grow. Okay, grab a hold of that and pull. Pull, pull. Drop. Grab a hold and pull. Okay. Still need a little bit pulled out of there. I hope I'm not talking too low. I don't want to be loud because then I sound like I'm talking stern. And I'm not doing that. Just want to get these here out. Yeah, that was easy. Let's continue on and see how many more easies I have in here. I think once I pour it and get it in clear, the rest should come out pretty easy. And I could do my thing on resin whenever I get my resin. Off. This is like one of those foam materials to where I think that's why it's not coming out so well. But that's okay, I don't need it anymore. It's a gem I could use. Put that aside. We still have one right here to try and pull that out. Okay. And once I get this casted or done, I don't know how you say it, but I can make some extra molds of it to where people would like to purchase it. Since I made it, I will have that up on an eBay, my eBay store once I get that going. And anybody that can help me get that going and setting it up, much to be appreciated on how to do that. Alrighty. I think I was success. Yes, words are hard. At this, so I got 2 out of 3. The only one that didn't make it was my sunflower, which I will off camera redo and make an inlay for that. So let's see, this is what I got it off of. See, that's like foam rubber. That was on this here side, and then this here is this here part. So when I get them made, this here can go on top of here. So that would be a set. So now, and then I got the inlay, which I use, let's see, what did I do with it? This here. And I think that wraps it up on my video here. So hopefully this is my first one. If not, if you watched another one before this, that means I didn't get this one done just right. So we will do our departing. And thank you very much. It is much appreciated for you dropping in to watch me do this. Yes, I was nervous, and hopefully it'll get easier as time goes on, and each time, because it does feel like I'm talking to myself. So everybody, have a good day or evening, and we'll see you back here at Epoxy Sweet Fly's table. Bye bye.